Again, in some horrible news, a woman is dead after Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs was driving under the influence and struck her in a car in the early morning hours of November 2nd. According to the police reports, Ruggs was driving under the influence and was arrested in relation to this event. He was going 156 miles per hour and was under the influence of alcohol, obviously. He posted bail this week. The Raiders have officially released him, so former first-round pick not on the team anymore, and you could imagine why. He's probably definitely has other things on his mind. Obviously, I just want to be clear, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the deceased. Andrew, this is a horrible situation and a situation that, we hate to find anyone in, but, what do we kind of make of this? What was your reaction to this horrible news?
I don't even know where to start. I mean, I would make a Raiders joke, but like, it's not even like but between the shit with Gruden, now, Ruggs was an up and coming, like, kind of star for them. Like, any big plays that they've made in the past couple of years, it's like, Ruggs is a big play kind of dude. Like, he runs like a 4.2. The Raiders, I mean, on both ends, the Raiders lost a very talented player, but at the same time, like, you got to exercise better judgment there, dude. Like, you have enough money in the bank to be able to not only
call an Uber,
but I was reading somewhere today where the NFL actually has an agreement with Uber where their players actually could call an Uber and the NFL will pay for it. So it wasn't even coming out of his own pocket. And the fact that he chose to drive under the influence, I can understand, like, driving under the influence isn't good, but 150 miles an hour, dude, most highways like that, the speed limit's 65, 70. More than double the speed limit and under the influence, like, you got to exercise better judgment to that. And, I don't even know if I could chalk it up to immaturity. It's like, he's got to have better people around him. He's got to exercise better judgment. I mean, his career might be over unless, the Miami Dolphins seem to have a thing for them players with those red flags. So,
I mean, it's a horrible situation because at the end of the day, football is like one of the situations where football doesn't even really matter. Like, someone lost their life because of this. Like, it is, and obviously there wasn't malicious intent on behalf of Henry Ruggs. He wasn't trying to go out there and kill somebody, but it's also just, like you said, terrible judgment. And as far as like what we can kind of take away from this, or what like young players or any player can kind of take away from this, it's just exercise better judgment. Andrew, you and I are young, fairly young, like we're mid-20s, and we know that in those types of situations, it's best to just call an Uber. It's best to just get away from those types of situations because it's not worth the risk of hurting someone else. It's not worth the risk of hurting yourself, and by hurting yourself, you're hurting your loved ones as well. And unfortunately, now Henry Ruggs in a situation where football and probably should be the last thing on his mind. He's in a situation where he's facing the legal process now, and I think if anything comes of this, this needs to be an example for all young players, whether you're playing the NFL, NBA, lacrosse, I don't care what you're playing. All young people, man, just take the extra few minutes, take the extra $10, whatever it is, and call the Uber. Because look, in this case, man, like the car is going to be there tomorrow. You can leave the car there. It'll be there tomorrow. You can come pick it up. But that person who obviously was killed in this incident, they're not here. They're not going to be there tomorrow because of his actions. And, I'm not trying to pile on. He's got enough going on. But, man, all you can hope for is that whatever happens, he finds some sort of redemption in some way. And the everyone can and hopefully, move to, like, live with the situation and learn from it. And younger people can learn from it, obviously. Like, it's just there's terrible situation.
Dude, me and you don't have the kind of money that he has, and yet we still can call an Uber. There's no excuse for this. Not for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, And like as far as like like, oh, can he come back? Like I mean, this is like, could he come back? If we're gonna talk about that, sure, he could. Dante Stallworth was in a similar situation, different circumstances, but a similar situation, and he ended up coming back after a few years. But I think again, football should probably be the last thing on Henry Ruggs' mind. And he's got to deal, and like think about that too. Like you're not just dealing with the fact that the legal process going on; it's also the fact that someone is dead because of your actions, and I can't imagine what that is like. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.